Welcome to a little behind the scenes look at how we record, publish, and promote Rostra, the podcast of St. Theodore Garin Catholic High School Latin. So, the first thing that happens for the students is that they go onto Canvas, that's our learning management system, and they click in the Pages section of their course, and then they navigate to a page called Rostra. And what they're going to find on the Rostra page is the list of topics that are available for them to choose from. And the instructions are very clear. They say to email me, Magister Perkins, with the title of Rostra, and then the subject line they say to email me, Magister Perkins. The title should be Rostra. That way, with all the emails that teachers get, I know what I'm looking for. Then in the body of the text, the students are to include whatever topic that they've chosen. Then I will respond to them with a couple of dates and times for them to choose from to record, and then we get going. Then we've also got a list of questions here for them to think about. For example, why did you pick this topic? What was interesting to you about it? What things did you learn that you think are worth sharing with others? Just some basic guiding questions. Why did you pick those particular things to share? And as I say, this is the place where you can really get a chance to talk, right? To really share your voice. And it's got to be something more than, well, hey, I just thought this was interesting. And then I tell them, I'm going to be asking them questions. This is just a conversation. And it's a chance for them to have a little bit of fun along the way. Then they scroll down through the list of topics. Notice that the first one is student's choice. So that could be anything that they want. Things that have already been done on previous episodes are highlighted in red. So those that are not available. And so then the students find a topic that they are interested in, and they can just copy and paste that then into their email to send to me. So there they start to set the email up. They put, again, the title Rostra in the subject line and let me know what topic it is that they are looking to talk about on an upcoming episode. And like I say, once I receive that email from a given student, then I reply back to that student with a particular couple of days and times when I'm available to record. I usually give them a one time before school and one time after school. And I keep track of that in a spreadsheet. And I've got my own kind of color coding system that's kind of just for me, trying to remember, maybe what levels of students are doing which things and whatnot. But I put the title of the episode, the student, and then the 2 times that I am going to email that student as possibilities. Include the season and episode number as well, just for my own reference. Like I say, then I email that to the student. Student picks one of those days and times, and then we are off to recording. So one of the key things is that we record in the classroom with nothing more than just my iPhone on a tripod. I mean, you're looking at an actual recording that we did. There's lots of great equipment out there. You can get all kinds of fancy stuff, but I'm telling you, you can do this as simply as having your phone out. You don't even need the tripod. You could just set your phone on a stack of books so that it's pointed in the general direction of you and your student. Then we move into the app that I use, which is called Anchor. Anchor.fm is the website, and you can download the app. And so what you're going to see here is screenshots actually from my iPhone. I do all of the editing right on my iPhone. You're welcome to do more on a computer or get into more complex things. I'm showing you just how simple this can be just with your phone. So what I do is I open up the Anchor app, and then I click record. We record the episode. And then when it's time to put it together, first thing I do is I pull in this intro bit of music. Now, this is something that I have recorded from or downloaded from a free library on the internet. Then I download the particular episode that I had recorded with the student. That's the second piece. And then you'll see the third piece is a little bit of outro music, again, taken from a free website just for that very purpose. So there's three pieces to the episode. And once we've got that set up, then it's time to title the episode. I start season 1, episode whatever, and then include the title, which is just the title that the student chose from the list of topics from Canvas, and then a brief description. I don't go into a whole lot on this. I usually try to include the student's name. And again, we put in our season number and our episode number. And then we set the time for publication. And I always set it to publish at 5 a.m. on a Tuesday. Then, when I'm ready to actually on that Tuesday morning, I go ahead and then download the audio and I throw that into iMovie. And again, I do everything on my actual iPhone. I don't even use my computer for this. So I just throw the audio into iMovie. I have the basic graphic for Rostra. I already have the intro and outro music in the iMovie set up and ready to go. Just drop in the new episode audio. Very simple to edit. And again, you may well like to use the computer. You may think that is easier. For me, it's just so simple. I do it just on my phone. And this way we can upload it to YouTube. So in addition to the outlets for the podcast, some people prefer to listen to it on YouTube. And so this way we can put it on YouTube as well. So again, just editing that little bit on iMovie. You can see just how simple that was. And then quickly save that. I usually save it in 720p. And then I go back to the details there on Anchor and just copy that so that when I upload it to YouTube and they ask for a description, then I can just paste that into the description section. And so then they want the title. So again, I put the season and episode number. Title, of course, being the same title again that was from what the student had chosen. And now it's time to start promoting this. So the first thing is the email, and I send this out to all of my students and all of the faculty at our school. So again, just start off with a quick greeting and then just the quick description of the episode. Certainly include the student's name here so the student gets a proper credit, and so the other teachers can say, hey, you know, I know that student, or I have that student in class, and maybe give that student a little support. And then once we've got the basic text in the email, then it's time just to pop in the links. And so what you'll notice here, we publish our podcast on Spotify. Anchor directly goes to Spotify. And so we pop in the Spotify link. Then we also have the podcast set to go out over Apple Music. It's also set to go out over Amazon. and, as I say, YouTube. Now, there are other outlets as well, but there's Spreaker and Tidal and all kinds of other things, but those are the four that we use. And then I usually throw in the graphic, the basic Rostra graphic in that email. Just kind of keep that branding in front of everybody's face so they get really used to that scene. That is actually a watercolor painting that the mother of one of my students did years ago based on a photograph I had taken of the Rostra in Rome. So then I copied that text, and now we're getting ready to go out into the social media. So we send it out over Twitter. And again, just put that same basic text along with the links and along with our basic graphic. So once we got that in there, we copy all of that now, the text and the links. And we get ready to pop that out over Instagram. Again, there are other social media outlets, but I use Twitter and Instagram the most. So we Instagram that out, and then we go ahead and tweet that out as well. Then I pop over to Facebook, and I've got a couple of groups, Classics Friends, which is a group of colleagues, Classics colleagues at the high school and university level. Put the episode in that group each week. And also my alumni group, former students of mine. Pop it into that group. And then I also post it on my regular Facebook page as well. And you'll notice I'm just cutting and pasting, so nothing special there. Then I pop over to LinkedIn, and I put it on my LinkedIn page. And then the last one is Substack. And if you follow me or subscribe to me on Substack, you automatically get this in your email inbox, and you know that there's been a new episode of Rostra. And so that's how we do it. It's pretty simple, and certainly happy to answer any questions people have. Leave me a comment in the comment box, and I'll be happy to try to help you along with the exciting world of educational podcasting.
This is Rostra, the St. Theodore Guerin Junior Classical League podcast, where we bring the lessons of classical study into the light for the benefit of all.
Welcome back to another episode of Rostra. We've got Reese Ryan here with us today. Welcome back to another episode of Rostra. We've got Max Thompson with us today. We're back on Rostra with Isabel Riley. Welcome back to another episode of Rostra. We're really fortunate today. We've got Dominic Morangello, and I got to say, Dominic, I'm so glad to have you on Rostra because I know your mind. I know how you think about so many different things, and so I'm really curious to see what you have about this topic. And let's start off with what is your topic?
So my topic is the Greek and Persian Wars.
Greek and Persian Wars. Okay, so think of your greatest college rivalry in football, right, or basketball, right. And then ramp that up considerably, and you got the Greco-Persian Wars. So talk to, first of all, why are you interested in that?
Well, I think there's a couple reasons why, but I think one of the most interesting for me, at least, is it represents the fundamental shift of power from the Middle East. Because if you really think about it, for most of the world's history, power has been concentrated in Babylon, Kingdom of Jerusalem. All that power has been concentrated in the world, in the Middle East. And we see that shift almost to the west with the Greco-Persian Wars.
Thank you for listening to Rostra. You may check out all our episodes on Spotify and follow us on social media at GuerinJCL. That's at GuerinJCL.